Good. You ready to get started here?
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, I always like to start off with runes and masteries.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna take a look at yours. Which one? So, which AD carry did you want to learn today? Or
Jinx.
multiple? Jinx. And Lucian? Or just Jinx?
Yeah, I don't know, I like Lucian too. He's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, we'll probably only have time for like one normal. I can talk about the other one that you don't play. I can like tell you everything there is to know about him. I'll look at your runes now.
Alright.
Damage. So I like to think of runes as your early game. You want your runes to benefit you as much at levels 1 through 6 as you possibly can to make your laning phase better. That's why I don't run scaling. I don't ever run scaling in my runes for AD carry. I want the strongest laning phase as possible, so the scaling magic resist I would replace with flat magic resist.
Alright.
Also, I tend to run mana regen. Four flat mana regen blues. That'll give you a lot stronger laning phase because you won't go which is like the worst thing in the world that can happen to you, especially when playing like Lucian. The 2 attack speed quints and 1 AD quint is pretty standard. I like that, but I would run a little bit more armor. I would run 2 more armor seals instead of the health. It balances out better. You'll get 4 armor and 40 health.
Alright.
So if you have those runes, you can do all that.
Yeah. So I swapped the armor ones. I need to buy the blue
Mana regen.
And
yeah. And the flat magic resist.
yeah.
Those aren't the most important things. I think the health and armor balancing that out is more important anyways. I'll look at your masteries. Do you run standard AD carry? Oh, I like the runes. I would run that on Jinx, your standard AD carry. Do you have, oh, you do have a caster.
Yeah.
I would change 1 point in the caster marksman page. I would take out of the exposed weakness and I'd put it into the attack speed.
Alright.
Don't get me wrong, exposed weakness isn't bad. It's just that the attack speed is better. It scales better into the late game when you get AD. It helps you last hit better early game. It helps you trade better early game, which is a better choice. That was actually the least painful runes and masteries I've had to do yet. So, congrats on that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's get started here.
Alright, let's go.
I'll invite you to team builder.
Alright.
And hopefully we get a team that carries us. Alright, so I got some feedback. I was playing like my best support champ whenever I did these lessons. I'm gonna try to like do a more passive support that I'm not that good with, so that
always trust your
get a
spirit.
more like realistic experience.
Alright.
Jinx and Karma is pretty good too. Have you ever seen somebody pick Karma? Jinx and Karma is a really good lane. I like that lane a lot.
Oh shit. My thing's in Korean, all Korean. I can't read that much Korean. So
do you want to change it out?
Wait, is this AD carry?
Oh, yep, that's bottom lane.
Yeah. Wait, in the star?
Yep, there you go.
Yep.
You got it.
There we go.
Nice.
Alright.
Alright, let me find some solo players now. Alright, cool. I feel really bad with the normals thing. Every time I've done this so far, It's either been my team stomping the enemy team or our team getting stomped.
That's usually what's like in lower elo.
That's
It's
true.
usually because they like make a lot of mistakes because they just go ham 24/7.
Yeah,
One team has an advantage.
they throw it pretty often.
Yeah. It's really easy to get to come back in lower elo too.
That's
Opposed to
why.
high elo where they push advantages, because lower elo they just farm
Yep.
until whenever they want to.
Exactly. That's why one of the biggest things I can give you today, if you learn one thing today, it's to never ever give up, never ever rage.
Yeah, I never rage. Like I
Awesome.
keep
That's
down.
great to hear. It's just the game isn't lost until your Nexus is destroyed. You can
Definitely.
always come back, whether it be their Fed Draven's house burning down, or there's just a million things that could happen.
God. I was in my flat promos last night. I feel really sad because I lost all of them. One game I had an AFK. One game I had an AFK. Yeah, the next game my internet went out. And
Oh my god.
and then we were gonna win that game too. I was doing really good. And then the next game we had a troll TF who won so badly and then went 0-11 in AFK too.
I don't miss that about. That's the thing that I miss the least about low elo. Let's see, like intentional feeding. I mean, it does happen in Diamond. Don't get me wrong, but not as often. So one thing I want you to think about in this lane, and think about in general, is Ezreal has barrier, and we're in a 2v2 lane. Barrier does give slightly more health, but it's not permanent.
Yeah.
Also, it doesn't give karma health. So we do have an advantage. We have a summoner spell advantage, unless you get ignited and you heal.
Yeah.
If you
Well,
get
it gives more early game, but I believe it doesn't give that much more late game.
Yeah, hardly more late game.
Yeah.
But barrier does fade after, I think it's 2 seconds. I should know that. I should know the exact time, but whatever. Like 2 seconds. And heals permanent health, so. We do have the advantage. Or wait, I think it's Braum bot lane.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's ROM support.
Yeah, it's I don't know what I was thinking. But.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I'm glad you went with it. But yeah, we definitely have we have an even bigger advantage. I think of Ignite as a way better early game summoner. It's way better in lane than than Exhaust is. But Exhaust is better mid to late game. Like Ignite will give us an advantage in lane. We'll get more kills with Ignite, more likely. But like late game, I wish I could swap it out for Exhaust, but I just prefer the early game advantage of Ignite most of the time. It'd be nice to be able to exhaust Rengar and Trundle and help heal for you a little bit better.
Alright.
But yeah, that's always something to think about. You always make sure to check the summoners. And a summoner you want to pay attention to is Trundle teleport. He can teleport behind us at any point, so we need to be careful about that.
Yeah, that's if they could get behind us and put a ward though.
Yeah.
Plus it's a kind of long animation, and we'll see it coming way before it happens.
Exactly. Just something to think about. Then you always want to be careful face checking this. You always want to let your support check this bush first. You don't want to be the first person face checking.
I usually don't take that path when coming from blue. I just go over here.
I actually always do. When I play AD carry, I stand right here, and then you ward with your trinket. Right, you put your ward there, and it gets put into this bush. So then you can safely face check it. I hate missing minions. That's like, so say we were leashing blue. Oh, by the way, start autoing these minions to get pushing. You always want to get the lane pushing a little bit.
Yeah, for the level 2 advantage.
Yep. There you go. And then you let the casters kind of chill. And then when the next wave starts to get here, you just go crazy on the melee creeps.
Alright.
Once you kill the 3 melee creeps, we get level 2. And Ezreal's not pushing, and the lane is in the middle. So we can just go bonkers at level 2, so start walking up on them. And just destroy the Braum. Good job. That's the biggest thing that I look for. That's the biggest thing I look for in early game when I'm coaching, is do they push the lane? I think that's one of the most important things in early game laning.
Alright, what do you do if they're pushing? Oh god, I just missed that.
If they're pushing, hang on. Oh, he's not even
god.
You can probably kill them both.
Yeah.
Trinket that. Oh, darn. Oh, good. If they're pushing, that's why you always. It sounds like a dick move, but always only give your jungler like 2 auto attacks on their buff at blue buff if you're leashing, because you always want to get your push going. It's so important. Like,
Right.
that one kill can win us the lane for the entire game. We can go back here. We killed our lane and we shoved the tower. I'll just like protect you. I'll let you back.
Alright,
we might have to stay for another wave.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay this wave. I want my Vampire Scepter.
Oh, you don't have it yet. Okay.
Yeah, I have.
Oh yeah, I got first blood. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But if they do get their push on, you need to remember that when they kill your melee creeps in the second wave, they're gonna hit level 2. So you need to respect their level 2. If you don't respect their level 2, they will kill you.
Yeah.
So you just back to almost to your tower, and the wave will just push to you. And it does suck. You might miss a couple minions, but it's better than dying.
I always hate missing minions.
It's the worst. It is a shitty feeling.
Like, even if it's just a couple, it's just that you get that feeling like in you, like, why you do this, Rito?
The free gold. Why? I get the same feeling, but
it's like you miss one minion. It's like, shit, that was pretty much the champion.
Yeah, exactly. Nice, yes, and you only missed one. I don't think you could have got that one.
Yeah. If the tower targeted the other one, I would have got it.
Yeah, the target was pretty troll. I mean, the turret was pretty troll there. That's another thing that I look for. CSing under tower, that's really important about laning.
Oh, I actually got that minion. Alright.
I wish we were playing against, like, a Lucian. Ezreal's just such a bad champion right now, honestly.
Yeah.
He gets bullied really hard. Unless he gets the lead. He does snowball really hard, I'll give him that. But nice poke. And then we just need to... So right now, we want to be careful about Trundle teleporting behind us because top is pushed.
Yeah, and
mid roaming because she's missing, and Rengar ganking us.
Yeah.
So those, if they start walking up, one of those is happening. So you just want to read them. So Braum's walking up, that means Rengar's probably here.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
But in lower ELOs, they'll just walk up to walk up.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I thought she was gonna go in there.
I was really hoping she wasn't going in there.
Yeah.
So Karma's back mid, but Trundle's pushing top and gank.